Alright, my bad. So, what's going on, guys? We're back in the stream. So, I did say if we get some type of movement, I'll turn the stream back on, and that's exactly what I did. So, we're gonna go ahead and, give me 1 second. Let me grab the link, post it in the Discord, make sure everybody's here. Shit, I should have kept that open. It's all good. Alright, so. So, we're gonna go over again gold and US 30. It's about to be 9 o'clock. NYC opens about to start in about 30 minutes. Right? Pre market open 8 a.m. 9 a.m. some volume comes in, then 9:30 that's when markets officially open. So we're going to take a look at both US 30 and gold in the 1 minute time frame. So that's exactly what we're looking for. We need to see a change of character and a break of structure. So we got the change of character, we got a pullback, we got a new high that's set, right? The low is still the same low, got the break, the bottom, the top, right? If we got a break of structure, we could get in right on the break of structure, right? So gold is looking like it's gonna want to move, right? In US 30, I'm looking for the price to go down. Same thing, I'm looking for a change of character and a break of structure. We see higher high, higher low, higher high, lower low. Now, this change of character, the same thing that happened with this BOS. It's too close, right? If the low would have been a little bit lower, literally just 5, maybe 3, 5 pips lower, I would have felt a little bit more comfortable with the change of character, right? But either way, lower high and then boom, lower low. The wick tested the zone. So again, this BOS is the same thing as this change of character for me. It's too close together. So US 30s right now, it looks like it's gonna be one of those pairs that today's gonna be a continuation day, right? An entry for a continuation instead of a complete turnaround. So we'll see, right? Cause just looking at the 1 minute, like we have a small little 1 minute gap here, right? I'm just seeing where can price fake us out, right? Why did price move the way it did down? Why did it move the way it did up? I always want to see the reasons why, right? So for example, right now in the 1 minute time frame, I'm just getting my psychology ready as to, okay, why am I looking for downtrends, right? So in the 1 minute, we'll go from time frame to time frame, right? We'll start again from the 30 minute and going down. So why would I be looking for price to go down, right? Okay, so previously we had 3 days of drop. Okay, so that would already tell me, hey, today don't really expect a complete drop today. Expect maybe a no net or maybe a potential slight rise, because after 3 days of drop, the price must go up or finish on a no net, and then vice versa on a rise. So already knowing that, like, all right, cool. Knowing that we broke below the 4 hour zone and we still haven't really gotten a clean pullback makes me believe, okay, we still need to see a slight pullback, right? Next thing I'm looking for, okay, if today I'm looking for price to either end on a no net or a day of rise, we also started the day with a 30-minute gap and we still haven't filled that. Now, can price go down and fill the gap and end on a no net or end on a slight rise and still fill market maker's pattern? Of course, right? Welcome, welcome. So I'm looking at all the possibilities. Now, why would I be looking for price to pull back into here, and this is where we'll see that change of character in BOS to go down? Is simple, right? Where was the previous lower lows, lower highs BOS where we'll see a retest, right? That previous BOS retest, right? There's a few ways you could put it, right? For the people who know candlesticks, right? 1, 2, 3, we could look for price to pull back here, right? If you're looking at it like that precisely, if you're looking for a pullback of the zone, if you're looking for the break of structure of the candlesticks, right? Is the candle closure is there. If you're looking for the wicks, right? That pullback to the wick is here. And as you can see, we already surpassed that. ICT traders, they'll be looking at it like this. Well, they'll see this candle, the wick of this candle, and the wick of this candle. So they'll be looking for their zone like this. So right now there's a whole bunch of reasons why we would be looking for price to potentially turn around here, right? This was a pullback to continue to go down to potentially cover the 30-minute gap, end the day on a no net or a rise, right? Tap into the 4 hour and the 30-minute low to continue going up, right? We could potentially see that happening. So now that we know where we are, what we're looking for, what could potentially happen, right? That was just our bias to go short, right? And STP still hasn't been hit. There's a few pips left, right? There's a couple things we could look for, right? So let's look at this on the 4 hour again, right? At one point, we were making higher highs and higher lows, right? After a change of character, but we never got a break of structure. Instead, we went back down. We got a change of character again to go short, right? And that's exactly where we're at still now, made a lower low. So understanding that in a higher time frame, right, our daily low, our daily zone is still here at the bottom, right? Can price go down to our daily zone? Yes. Am I expecting that to happen? Honestly, no. Why? Because I still want to see price respect the higher highs and higher lows. I want to see price respect the 800 EMA. Now, does price have to respect it? No. It did here, but it didn't do it here. Right? Did it do it here? Kind of 50-50. Right? It didn't go too below it, but it also, went higher high, higher low, respected it, continued to go up. So there's a lot of ways to put this. So at this point, we're just following the market maker's pattern, right? We're following market structure. If price wants to continue going up, understanding that again, STP is 275. We did 218, right? 275 would be somewhere right about here, right? So if you catch a little continuation, cool. Am I gonna go for that? Nah, not really. For me, it's not worth it, right? US 30 could be worth it because it's a lot of pips, regardless. But I want to catch a whole move. So if it continues to go up perfect, we know why it's gonna go up, and we'll let it go. So at this point, again, the 1 minute time frame, this is where I want to see price turn around. Let me change the colors of these two, or I'm gonna just put solid lines. I'm gonna change the okay. So yeah, at this point, yeah, we got a little change of character. I still want to see a BOS, right? And at this point, we can see where price. This is where price starts faking people out, right? And we can see what's happening, right? For us, we could see that we're kind of trapped in a zone of consolidation, right? I want to say this entire zone starting from here to here, right? Because it's a pretty big zone, but I won't say it's that entire. I won't say it's that entire zone. Let me fix these lines, right? That's a pretty big zone. Like, let's say higher high, higher low, higher high. So let's just say we're trapped in this zone here. Little zone. Right, because we're still trending here. Higher high, higher low, higher high, higher high. Right, so here. We're getting a little frisky here. So let's say this is our zone of consolidation. Right, boom. Right, understanding that we're trading between higher high, higher low, higher high. And then here, yeah, we made a little lower low. The people who think this is a lower high, right? If you're looking at the external, right? But if you're not, you're looking lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, boom, higher high, thinking that this is a little change of character. Higher low, right? Even though the wick did go below, it still closed above, right? To where we're at now, higher high, BOS. So at this point, the people who are trading internal structure in this range, right, are thinking this is a higher high, right? And they're getting in longs right now. This is a little pullback, a little retest in the 1 minute time frame, right? This is a little pullback. So let's see how it plays out. Right, again, it's 9:04. We have 25 minutes before NYC completely opens. Right after pre-markets, US 30. Right, gotta remember this is the higher high. Everybody thinks these are pullbacks, so people getting in long, if they got in longs already, they're in drawdown. Right, so now the EMA traders going back to the EMA pullbacks. Right, boom, they got in going long as well. So let's see. Again, and where are we right now? We would be in the middle of the zone. Is this an ideal place for us to get into a trade? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. So again, for me, this is not a place to get in. Remember, the EMA traders, people who, EMA traders, Fibonacci traders, they're getting into this trade right now. Why? Because that's a 50%, 38.2, 50% retracement. Right? We had this break, that break gave us this low and this high. Right? We're looking for 38.2 or 50% retracement. So Fibonacci traders, like I said, Fibonacci traders and EMA traders are getting in the same place. So that's where you saw the market go up a little bit. Like, oops, hold on, there's too much people buying. But market is always gonna win. Following market structure. So now, boom, Fibonacci traders and EMA traders are out of the trade because the way they trade, they get in on 50%. Their stop loss is at 61.8. So boom, stop loss gets hit. As soon as stop loss gets hit, green candle, right? So there you go. So I'm literally, yo, we're going play by play on these on these trades, yo. This is what happens in my brain every single time I get in a trade or I'm looking to get into a trade. This is what goes on in my brain, right? I want to see every single strategy that I know. I want to see how it would play out, right? And if they're not aligning, if they're not following my rules, I'm not going to get in the trade. I don't care how good somebody else it may look for somebody else, is not for me. Right? I've taken enough L's in my what is pretty much a 3-year journey right now um to understand this. So right now it's a game of patience. You gotta wait. Again, 9:07, 20 minutes before NYC open. I want to see clean moves. Right, so again, there's still more traders though. Right here you have the pullback, right? The double bottom. So now you're looking for the traders who want to get in on the retest of the zone. I'll put a box. Because there's people who put their break of structures on the wicks. There's people who put their break of structure on the bodies of the candles. If there's a candlestick analysis, which there isn't here because it's just green candles, there was no engulfing. So I'm gonna just put it at the bodies of the candles. So now you have these traders who wait for the retest of the zone, right? So you have the traders here who got in going long here, and their stop loss is just beneath the zone at 12 pips, right? 120 pips on US 30. So right now these are the buyers that are winning, right? Right now they're 1-to-1, so most likely some of them just cashed out. For the most part, most of them are looking to cash out up here at the top of the zone at 18 pips. And then you have the people who want to cash out over here at the top of the zone at 20 pips. So let's see what happens now with price. Alright, so boom, the first set of TPs were hit at the top of the first retest. 16 pips. Blew their accounts, yep. That's how it is. Right, and then the people who got in too early, they're crying right now. They're like, fuck, we knew price was gonna reverse, and they're revenge trading right now. They're getting back into their trades. They're getting back into their trades because they see an engulfing green candle. Boom, and what happens? Turns back into a red candle. And fuck, I just deposited another $100 and we lost another fucking 10 pips thinking it was gonna continue to go up. Alright, boom. Another green candle. Yeah, so right now they're just faking everybody out, man. But again, that's part of the game. Right? If you don't get a precise entry, right? Because we're not saying this entry is wrong down here, right? There's always ways to enter and exit the markets, right? If you're following market makers pattern, right? If you're following what the market is doing, you won't lose, right? Lower low, lower high, lower low, higher high, change of character, higher low, higher high, BOS, right? The most precise entry would be if price goes back into your zone, right? The bottom of the zone would be here. Right, so if you're this type of trader and you just cashed out 15 pips, you're chilling with that, right? But understanding that if you're this type of trader, you're not looking to enter here and swing trade for the rest of the day and hold this, right? Talking about that. Look how price is reacting, right? Ideally, you would just want to follow the structure. As I say that, price skyrockets. That's actually crazy, huh? So, but yeah, if you're this type of trader that's really aggressive, you're not expecting something like this to happen every single time, right? Um, because you're trading the internal structure. You're not trading external. You know, this is also US 30, so it's pretty not it's not a good analogy to use on US 30, right? But if you're this type of trader trading internal structure, especially in the 1 minute or the 5 minute, following external structure that's shown in higher time frames, you don't want to go for entirety moves. You want to go for, okay, what can we catch right now that makes sense? You're literally following what the market is giving you, right? So again, at this point, we're still trading between this high up here. So market is still just consolidating, as you can see. So we're still trading between the highs and the lows. We had this break, which gave us this low and this high. Right, so let me change this into a 1 minute BOS just in case, right? Because I'll go ahead and make sure we're all on the same page of what we're looking for, right? At one point, again, this is where we want to see our zones start turning around between this high up here, which is this white line, and I'll change the color because I noticed that it's a little dark, right? We're trading in between these boxes. So can price go higher? Absolutely. Well, we know that we're trapped between this range, this low, and this high, right? And in somewhere in this range, we want to see price turn around, give us a change of character and a break of structure. So at this point, we had a higher high, higher low, higher high, right? Once we got into our zone, which again, as soon as we crossed into our zone, we saw a small change of character happen, right? And now we're still trading lower low, lower high, higher low to what we see now higher highs, right? But overall, we're still trading between this high and this low. So let me take this box away. Let me put this here. Um so yeah, man, that's how people get trapped, right? So if you got in too early, right, you you're done for. If you got in again too late here, boom. Should you enter now? No. Right? Because again, if you're still looking for, let's say you're still looking for longs, you're already at the top of the zone. So now where would you want to see your entry at would be at the top, the break of the highs. Right? And at this point, I'd just be looking at the 30-minute time frame. On the retest of the break of structure. If you're going long, you'd want to see a retest of the highs being broken to continue going up. Right? Straight into STP. If we want to go short, we still want to see price break below our break of structure, retest to continue going down. Because again, as you can see, we had a higher high, higher low, higher high, broke down, gave us a change of character. Again, these change of characters are close. BOS, we had a low, one below me. Well, I'm gonna keep it there. Fuck it, talk it. It's the same spot. Price went down, wicked it, closed above, so it's not really a BOS. Continued to go up, still trading between the same higher high and the low. The retest that is doing now of this higher high, I wouldn't personally. Again, because this is still internal structure. So the way I would trade internal structures is would be this entry here that had the box that was marked up. So for me, this would be the safety trade, right? And again, yeah, even though the internal structure now this was a BOS retest, this would be a nice a good entry to continue to go up, right? But understanding that now at this point, I'm looking for TP to be between the high of the consolidation and just the top of the zone to continue going up. So that's what I would be looking for this entry, just to get somewhere here at the top of the 1 minute high. The retest of the high, yes. Um, say that to the M height. Oh, 1 minute. The 1 minute high. Yeah, yeah, exactly. The 1 minute high. From this retest here, how many pips is that? Here is just 23 pips. It's not bad, right? How much it did now? 13. All we need is 10. It's literally just the high of the consolidation, which is also, it just lines up too, right? It lines up to where the internal lower lows and lower highs are set. So again, if you follow market structure and you really follow market structure, you could trade going both ways. But it's again just getting those pinpoint entries, right? Compared to why these, what I was saying earlier, right? Like why this entry up here is wrong going, is wrong going long, compared to why this entry down here is a better risk, right? We could say quote unquote a better risk than getting on along here, right? The same reason why this entry here is better than this entry down here, right? And then it's also understanding where the exits would be, because again, the idea is again cool that we could get, again, 916 is also about market timing, right? Like, yeah, it's cool having the idea to get in a trade and then hold it long term when you're trading, I guess you could say, this aggressively, right? Because again, internal structure, at this point we stop making higher highs and higher lows because of this change of character. So I wouldn't want to hold a trade here, because this could always just be a pullback to continue that change of character that made a lower low to make a lower high here. So understanding that the trades that we got here on this pullback, RTP has to be somewhere between this range until we break above the zone again and we start making clear higher highs and higher lows. That's a change of character in BOS retest entry on the 1 minute. Yeah, I was also saying that here. I change of character, that's what I was saying on the, like, literally a couple, might have been a couple seconds literally before you joined. Because I was breaking down both, I'm breaking down both ways, right? I broke down the entry going short, and I broke down the entry here going long as well, for literally just the entirety of the trade, which is pretty much the same way that they took my account the first time that same day. This is pretty much the same breakdown that I gave on that last stream on that account when I took it going long and then taking it going short. Today's bias is long, yep, but I'm also looking at the fact that we have this 30-minute low here, and we have a potential turnaround here because of the internal lower low, lower high, getting into this zone, right? So, and looking at STP and the ADR. So these entries here going long for me, right? The way I'm looking at this, right? Again, there's still the possibility of price turning around, right? So the fact that price already went up for the day, literally both Asia and London session, right? Now that we're getting close to now where all these candles were red candles, internal structure, lower low, lower high, lower low, we're getting close to that previous lower low, lower high zone. If price, there's a possibility price could turn around, right? And if it doesn't, again, is the same thing, right? Getting into these longs would be understanding we could now get into top of this 1 minute zone and we could go there, right? We also have a 3rd week low. Look at that, right? Oh yeah, facts. So there you go, right? That's also why I was looking for that. I was like, yeah, well, that is true. I had that written down, but I don't know where the thing is here. Probably deleted it by accident, but yes, you're right, exactly. That's another reason why. Right, today's buy is correct. I could be looking for these longs, right? Because we're looking for a pullback regardless, right? But now that we're in the zone where price could now stop giving us this pullback going long, and I want to start seeing that turnaround, right? We're at the top of that zone. So again, for me, I wouldn't be looking for, again, these entries down here. Yeah, they're valid, right? All these entries down here are valid. It's just, again, just getting the correct entry and the correct exit, right? And understanding if, right, because it's the way I always look at it, I always see both sides, right? Like if price decides here to just continue going up, we understand why price continues to go up, right? It's the same way gold continued to go up when it left the gap at the bottom. Is the same way oil did it a few months ago when the Russia and Ukraine war was going on, right? Like we understand why these gaps happen, right? Like we understand that in the higher time frame, we're still market makers pattern is still A1, but we're back at the peak high, right? We're back at making higher highs and higher lows. So we understand if price just continues to go up, right? But if price gives us also what we're looking for, ideally would just be that change of character in the BOS, then we understand, okay, cool, we knew exactly, exactly what was going on, right? But then that's why the exits of the 1 minute high, right? Anything in this box here. So um no worries, exit at the top of 1 minute high yet. TP about to get hit. It's about a few more pips off. Right? And then also here, if you're in these trades, right, something we can't leave out, what are you looking for? On top of the fact that you're looking for price to reach the highs, you're also looking for engulfing candles, right? Where is price starting to turn around? Right? Higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. Right? Price still hasn't given us an engulfing candle. So even though TP's here, technically speaking, again, if you're still looking at this, still getting these trades because these are all just green candles, right? We still haven't gotten an engulfing red candle. We're still making higher highs and higher lows. These green candles are still strong green candles, right? Price still hasn't slowed down, so this is perfect. TP hit, yeah, that's fire. All right, here, boom. As soon as price went into the zone, red candle. 922. Let's go look at gold real quick. Let's see how gold is reacting. Remember what we had drawn out on gold, right? So gold, we missed it. Gold was perfect too. Right. Didn't miss. I mean, it did the same thing as US 30, right? Exact same thing. Right? I was like, fuck it, let's turn the stream on. Let's do a little breakdown for everybody, right? But gold, same thing. We're looking for a change of character. We got the change of character. Gave us a nice pullback, right? The pullback, perfect. Started continuing to go up. We got a BOS break. Price came back down, retest, continued to go up. The first TP was this green line that I had here, right? We got straight green candles. We got good 20 pips, right? 200 pips on gold. Again, and why was that my TP for this today, right? The way I'm looking at it still is, again, overall, remember I drew this down with everybody who was looking to take these trades going long, right? Which was the Fibonacci traders, the flag post traders, right? The 38.2 to 50% retracement. Why would this be my first point of interest for my take profit? Right, I want to look at something really quickly too. I want to confirm. Um, okay. So, my first set, why? Because this is still my first point of interest of the retest of the 4 hour zone, the previous 4 hour zone. So I can still see there's still a possibility of price going down. Now again, this is where I do the same thing on US 30. Right? Link to the Discord, I'll post it in the chat. Right, this is my first point of interest of where I want to see now going back down to that 1 minute time frame and start looking for engulfing red candles to look for my first take profit, right? Initially, there's two ways you could go by this, right? You could close 80%, right? Whatever, and leave the rest running to where TP would be, where STP would be, which was at 170, right? Which is up here on the zone, so it correlates with the top of our zone, right? And you take TP for the day, right? And that's how you let these trades run. And especially now, again, I'm just looking at market timing, right? All the decisions I make too is based on market timing. It's about to be 9:30, right? Understanding volume coming in, especially on a Monday, what's the possibility that price is just gonna continue to skyrocket after we just made one, two, three, four, five green, strong green 30-minute candles, right? What's the possibility that we're gonna get, another green candle, right? So, and even we compare it to the day that we had news, right? On Friday, we had one, two, three, four, five, six green candles, complete total with news coming in. Today we have one, two, three, four. We already have five candles, five straight green candles, right? So you just gotta understand, not even, I don't know how to put that in perspective, to be honest. I don't know how to really, how can I explain that? You know what I mean? It's just being smart in the market, right? It's understanding like I'm getting what the market is giving me, right? Like 100% I know the market is gonna give me this BOS for price to continue going here. But why would I understand that price is gonna slow down here? Because this was the previous, like, lower low, lower high, right? This was a previous lower low, lower high zone. This was a previous BOS. So what's the possibility of price turning around here and just being a little pullback, right? Because it's still higher highs and higher lows. We got a higher high. What comes after a higher high, right? A higher low has to be made. So, that's another way to put it as well. It's just there's just a few ways to put in the market, right? And then also it's right at one point lower low, lower high, right? Boom, lower low. We got a break. This could be the retest of that as well, right? So there's so many ways to put it. When I trade, I like trading. It's like I'm a robot. Alright, I love going through it and seeing like is everything working out the way it's supposed to be working out? Right? Is everything moving the way it's supposed to be moving? And again, the reason I would even exit up here, especially on a trade like US 30 and gold that we got in before 9:30, is that we don't know how market open is gonna react. So understanding that, all right, we just caught, right? Let's go back to US 30, going back to our entry, right? Understanding that, yo, we just caught, if we caught the entire thing, it was 50 pips, right? Let's say we were disciplined and we just got out of the top of the zone, right? 44 pips. We just caught 44 pips before NYC Open even started. Why am I being greedy for more? Right? Understanding where our STP is at as well. Let's mark that down so we're not confused. All right, STP is at 275. Right, 275, that would put our STP, I'll put it here. Right? And then, damn, I fucked up. Right, so let's mark this. Let's do the calculations just here in the 1 minute time frame. Right, we got in this trade here. Just this trade alone from here to here is 44 pips. Right, 440 pips on US 30. Let's say we even just get out 80% of our trade and we let the rest run. Right, so we put our stop loss and break even, a little bit in profit, and we let the rest run, right? In total, that's 100 pips that we're capturing today, right? With this trade alone. Now, where would be our other zone of interest is what's happening right now, right? 9:30 is about to hit. We're breaking above the previous zone, right? So now I'm gonna start clearing out my chart here, and we'll start marking this exactly how we're supposed to. And again, we'll do another live trade. Like again, today's Monday, so I'm not pressed about missing that gold trade, even though that's what I wanted to take today. And that was really the trade I wanted to take. But it's all good. I like doing this too. I just gotta find a way to be able to go back and forth. I gotta get another monitor. Right? I gotta get another monitor. and be able to just have the other charts open and shit. So again, 9:30, right? We understand what price, right? Let's keep seeing. Got a little, well, now is a change of character. Let's see where price wants to go. Now we're at the top of the zone. Look above the zone. Right, first STP is like little TP1, right? At this point, that's it. It's literally as simple as that. Now you put this stream together and fucking the stream from earlier, and you see that everything that literally happened, that's it. These exact everything that happened, I wrote it down before it even happened. I drew it out. But again, that's how you're supposed to trade. When you understand how to trade like that, that's why you're able to get moves like this. So boom, that's it. TP1 is hit. So now that's it, right? Let me delete all these lines and shit. I don't like seeing everything. I'm gonna keep those lines there though, real quick. Alright, so now 30 minutes. Understanding that volume came in, now that's it. I'm done for the day, right? Why STP was already hit, price went above. Right now at this point we're looking for this 30-minute candle to do something. We're just waiting for this 30-minute candle to close. Right? We start closing above these zones, then we know what's gonna happen. But we also know that when price moves this crazy, right, is when price was wanting to start coming back down. We still have this 30-minute gap down here. Again, we understand how these gaps are used to being manipulated. Right? We have a 30-minute gap at the top of the daily zone, and we have a 30-minute gap at the bottom of our daily zone at the bottom. So not too surprised by this, but again, overall I'm still looking for price to go down into our daily zone at the bottom. So understanding that this is just a pullback because we did have a 4-hour break. After a 4-hour break, we want to see a 4-hour pullback. So is price getting, is price reaching our 4-hour pullback zone? Of course, right? It's at the bottom of the wicks. Remember, we're looking for now to price. I'm gonna put my first point of interest. I'll put it in another color. I'll put it purple. And so I'm looking for price to pull back somewhere into this zone, right? The same thing we had at the bottom, right? The same first green lines in the 30-minute zone, right? That 30-minute zone that we had is the same thing now in the 4-hour, and this is how it looks in the 30-minute zone. So it's pretty much in the same spot. The 30-minute zone was just here at the bottom, right? The 4-hour zone is here at the top. And again, notice how it wicked, came down. So again, this is just another point of interest where price could be a little, this is just a pullback. Now, if price continues to go above the high of the day and break above the high of the day, again, we understand price still doesn't want to go down. So again, we're just following market structure. Right? Again, as long as you're following market structure, that's all it is. And how you would trade this again is the same way. Right, at this point, right, the retest of this zone for the entry to continue going up, right, will be the same way here. Higher, high, higher, low. At this point, I wouldn't be looking to enter anymore. My next entry is either a change of character going short or the break of this 30-minute zone, or I would say the 4-hour zone, right, to then continue going up and get a retest to continue going up. And then do the same thing over and over again. Just rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. So so yeah, US 30 I'm done looking at, and then now gold I'm pretty sure did the move too. Let's look at gold. So again, let's look at 170 is STP. Did we do that already? Alright, we're at 159. We're 10 pips out. So ideally, again, gold I would be looking for longs. So then we had a change of character, right? Break of structure. After the break of structure, right? Let's start looking at where we would want to see a pullback. So again, our first point of interest pullback would be the simple just retest of the top, but obviously price never gave us a turnaround, so we never got an entry. The next thing would be the last, red candles of the push, which would be here, but we could see price is pushing that. So but this is all part of the same trend, the higher highs and higher lows. So I would say it's here. Pull back somewhere into we'll say here. Right. Well, why are you gonna say here? Well, let's put it in a little bit of perspective. Right. This is low internal structure, low, high, higher, low. Change of character. Break of structure, right? This was the last red candle that this was the red candle that made the break of structure in the internal structure to continue going up. Right? Then not only that, it lines up with our 800 EMA. Right? Not only that, right? If we go with the overall structure where we're at in the market makers pattern, right? We'll be level 2 going up. EMA that we would be looking for price to bounce off on, right? We're also bouncing off on that EMA. More information, join our Discord. Right? So what's the possibility of price this being a pullback for price to continue going up? Pretty high. Now, understanding that we're still trading, right? Our stop loss will be down here. Higher high, higher low, higher high. 23 pips. What else? Our price on gold is still going up. We had a no net, day of rise. Bullish flag post, right? We are at the top of the zone though. So expecting price to continue going up even though we're at the top of the zone already would be pretty crazy. So would I be personally trading this? No. Regardless, I wouldn't be trading this pair because we're at the top of the zone. I don't like trading at the top of the zones. I don't trust it. But for the stream's sake, right? We'll do the same thing for US 30, right? Because I said the same thing on US 30. Oh, I don't want to trade right now. It's Monday. I don't trade Mondays, but I'll do the live trades, man. I'll do the live streams. It's no problem. Right, at the end of the day, even though I'm not physically live trading, right? We're here on the charts, marking what we gotta mark, right? And just doing the work. So that's how we can do. So again, am I in this trade? No, I'm just marking, right? As the market is moving, this is my back testing, right? I do my back testing live every single day. Again, why don't I truly like this trade? Because we're at the top of the zone. And we're at the top of the zone. I really don't believe. Right, this just looks like this looks too picture perfect. I don't know how to even explain that. Like, this entry is just way too picture perfect for me to even feel comfortable. Like, that might be my trauma speaking, huh? About the market makers, how they fuck them, right? Nah, like this just looks way too picture perfect. I don't even know how to explain that. Like, I don't even know if that makes sense. Like when something looks too good to be true, yo, when something looks way too good to be true, it's just like I would rather not trade it. Like, let me feel sketched out for a little bit. But if you give me something that looks too perfect, like it's just because the problem is this, like the situation is we understand every single thing that the market is giving us, like every single thing. Like this move up, people will be like, oh, this is just one thing. Like, no, there's so many things going on here, right? Like there's imbalances going on that have to be filled, right? There's again the flag post pattern, right? The Fibonacci traders, the traders who trade zone to zones, right? The traders who trade EMAs, the traders who just trade simple market structure, higher highs and higher lows, double bottoms. Like every single trader, every single trader is being tapped into these trades right now. Every single trader. You know what I mean? Like that's when you put it into that perspective and you can see that, it's like it's crazy, right? So well, let's see how it goes. Again, I repeat, personally I am not in this trade. Now, I'll say something else on the example. If gold was somewhere else in the pattern and this is how gold was looking, like let's say gold was at the bottom of the zone and it was looking like this, I would take this fucking trade, no problem, right? No questions asked. I would take this trade if this was at the bottom of the zone. Even if this was in the middle of the zone, right? To go into that detail. If this was at the bottom or even a continuation trade, I would take it. But the fact that these cocksuckers are giving us exactly what we want to see on gold. Yo, when I say exactly what we want to see, I literally for an hour and a half I was explaining gold, right, in the last stream. I even drew it down, right? I drew down both ways on what they could be doing. The fact that we could see exactly how they're manipulating everybody is crazy. And that is why I refuse to take a trade right now. I refuse. Like there's just no way. And then another thing, I'm done trading by 10:30 every single day. If by 9:30, if by 9:45, 10 o'clock US 30 doesn't give me like a continuation trade, again today would be different because today it already made that move and we went over that entry, and the exits already hit, STPs already hit. It was perfect. 100% in and out exit and entry, as you guys could say, as you guys could tell. Again, where the entry was, literally right down here. Right, this was our trade for the day. For you guys could see, this was the trade for the day. That's in the 1 minute time frame, but how does it look in the 30 minute? We'll go look at it right here. That was the trade for the day. So, all right. So enough of that. Right? We'll go to gold now again. We'll keep going. We'll keep looking at gold. The sketch master of the fucking day. It's gold. So I mean, look, it's still respecting the zone, right? Candles are still above the zone, right? Price is still making lower lows and lower highs though, so it's not that. You know what I mean? It's still not. Yeah, it's still not good. But let's see. GJ, same thing with GJ, right? TP was it. GJ was pretty much like the same thing as gold with this line here, right? The entry would have, the TP would be lower time frame, lower time frame. The entry would be somewhere here, the chain of character, right? Like you were saying. The other one would be just the break at the top of the zone again, the retest to continue going up. Um, and then STP was the other thing. It's 94 pips. So STP's hit, but price continues to go up. It's not bad. And then if we go into a lower time frame, we can see why, right? Price is still making higher highs and higher lows. Right, broke, retest, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. 800 EMA2 on the 5 minute time frame. We could put that in perspective as well. Yeah, GJ was beautiful though. Alright, hold on. Go back to gold. So yeah, guys. I hope that breakdown makes sense, man. I hope people capitalize on that. I feel like that was a gem. See, and then let's mark both zones, right? The first point of interest, which is here, and then let's mark also just the low of the zone. So we know what our trading zones are. I'll leave it there. Fuck it. But it's crazy though, like for real. Being able to see the market this way, it's like cool. We know exactly. Like I said, like if we could get an entry before 9:30, and we could set up a zone, like if we could reach this zone by 9:30, before 9:30, like by 9:25, 9:26, perfect, yo. Good in and out trade, and exactly how you were saying, right? The whole point is how can we capitalize on being able to do 10 pips when we need to do 10 pips, right? And then capitalize on the complete moves when we know we can. Like for example, we capitalize on these trades down here, right? A few 10 to 20 pips, right? And then now we're trying to figure out like, okay, are we gonna get a continuation to continue going to do the entire move, or are we just catching a little pullback, right? So then we could capitalize on the 10 pips, but then we capitalize on the 50, 60 pips that we know we could get, right? So that's pretty much the way I'm breaking this down, if that makes sense. Right here in the 1 minute time frame, again, lower low, lower high, still making lower low, and then now here we made a higher high engulfing. So let's see again, still respecting our first point of interest too. It wicked it, but none of these candles closed below our zone, right? And we were 3 seconds, we're looking for that candle to close above, and as you can see, it closed below. So again, lower low, lower high, lower low, still making lower highs. Again, faking everybody out. If you're looking to get in, going long, and you don't know what the fuck you're looking for, and you got in, boom. As soon as you got in, red candle, you're nervous. You're like, fuck. Cause you put your stop loss now, right? Instead of having your stop loss down here, you're thinking this is a break out of the zone, so you put your stop loss down here. So instead of risking, the 23 pips, you're risking, let's do it, right? You got in here, you're risking 16 pips, right? You're 10 pips less, fuck, and then now you're out, you're fuck, right? Then again, still it went straight to your stop loss, and then what happened? It wicked right back to the top, man. As soon as we took you out, man. These market makers are ruthless, man. But again, it's a different game when, and still respecting the lows too. Still hasn't closed below the zone. When you can see how these guys play around, is different. It just allows you to not get in these trades. It allows you to stay out of the trades that you know are boo-boo trades. Like, these aren't professional trades. Like you could tell, like right now how the market is moving, these aren't professional trades. These are, what day is it today? Today's Monday. Right? These are the traders who just got to class and are trying to learn. These are the guys getting in these trades right now. The high school kids who are trying to learn. These are the type of traders that are getting in trades right now. Who else are getting in trades right now? You know what I mean? So it's not so it's one of those things. So let's see. I think my phone died. I forgot to put it to charge on my fucking 1%. I don't know how you remembered. Man. Again, that engulfing candle. If you're one of those traders that doesn't like to be patient and wait for those candle closures, you got again. Lower low, lower high, lower low. And at this point now, our first point of interest was still being tested, but candle closures did happen now below the zone. This is the fun part of trading, huh? No music. I'm literally just fucking sitting here looking at these candlesticks. It's crazy, man. Like, damn, man. I hope I don't get fucking copyright strike for showing iTunes on stream. I don't think that's how that works, right? Hope not. Whatever. Um, that's why I can't sleep at night, bro. Cause I'm fucking my dreams is just candlesticks all fucking night, yo. Every single day. I swear to God. I'm not even lying. You at least once a night I wake up dreaming about the fucking charts. Those random ass candlesticks, like not even getting in or getting out of trades, just like seeing candlesticks, like it's a fucking nightmare or something. Every fucking day. I don't know, bro. This shit is crazy. Uh, Again, I repeat, we're not in this trade. This is just going over, right? We're doing back testing live. Right, at this point, market maker is still trapping everybody. Right, people who want to see price continuing to go down is giving you lower time frame exhaustion candles. Right, number one is giving you lower time frame wick exhaustion candles to the top side while still giving you lower lows and lower highs. Right, and if you're still looking for this going long, right, the first point of interest, right, it's still being tested with all these candles. You're getting exhaustion candles, the wicks on the bottom side, and you continue to get these engulfing green candles, right? So at this point, I still want to see a clean change of character, right? I want to see higher highs and higher lows being made. At this point, we're still battling. We love you, Jumpy the Goat. Thank you, man. It's a wild life we live, man. Crazy. Like I wish I could draw out. I wish I was a good artist so I could draw like my nightmares of these candlesticks, man. They be looking crazy. Like these red candlesticks be looking like this at night. Shit is fucking wild, man. Oh, pause. Hold on. Wait, we can't draw that like that. I'm not drawing a cock, I swear. These how the red candlesticks look at me at night. Every day, man. Every single day. Guys look fucking crazy to me. How the green candlesticks look, same way, man. So they got a perm though. So so yeah, for these long traders now, right? They got the brick above, little candle retest. All right, so they're getting in these trades going long now, right? These are the traders getting in now. So boom, right? 9:54. It's a great time to start getting in. Clean traffic to the left side. Right, again, 10 pips. So that's like a little goal right there. 10 pips, right? We got 20. How much do you need? But let's continue to look, right? Let's continue to look. I gave you guys all the signals today. I don't want to hear it later. Oh, Jumper, I gave you the signal. No, I gave you guys the signal today, all morning, since 5 a.m. As a matter of fact, I drew it out. I even said take a fucking picture. I gave you guys the time frame to look at. I don't want to hear it later. Well, give me the signal. I gave you the signal. I gave you the signal. I gave you the live trading signals. What more can I do for you? Look at Dirty 30 real quick. Right? Even the Dirty 30, I gave you guys a signal, man. There are no thank you in the chats. Ah, whatever, bro. It's all good. You guys are a bunch of haters. Marty, Papa Addy. Bunch of haters, bro. Alright, guys. 10 a.m. I'm out of here. Um, we'll come back. Alright, we'll be back later tonight. We'll do our isolation class, and then we'll be live tomorrow morning. So, live stream for tomorrow morning is already up and running. Well, it's up and set, it's scheduled. Um, and we'll wait for these continuations, right? I want to go through all the pairs right now still. I want to see how they're all running, so I'm gonna turn back on the ones that I use. So, CHF I added, then it's Euro CAD and Euro USD, then it's GJ and GU. NZD USD is a good pair to add as well. US 30, USD CAD. I'll keep looking at ZAR just to look at it, and then Bitcoin, and that's it. All right, so starting for AU. So AU, again, we understood we have, right, we understand we're still in a downtrend, but we have 2 days of rise. We're looking for a third day rise today. We got that. We thought price was gonna want to turn around here. It didn't. It literally just straight ran through it, broke above, continued to go up. So at this point, we still have 3 days of rise. We understand we still have a 30-minute gap up here as well. So again, expecting price to cover this gap was in our books. So we're just letting price move at this point. Price wants to continue going up, which again could happen, even though in the 4-hour time frame we had lower high, lower low, or I'm sorry, lower low, lower high, lower low. Right? So we're just letting price move for AU. But AU is moving exactly how it needed to move, right? Third day of rise completed. CHF we reached the daily in the 4-hour zone, got a little change of character, a nice BOS, nice retest, straight continuations to the bottom. Today we made a new low, lower high. We were looking for breaks above here to continue going up, right? Our first zone was from here to here. I even marked this up this morning. I gave you guys all the signals today. Right, boom. As soon as we broke above, it just continued to go up straight into the high of the day. Broke the high of the day, retested it, continued to go up. So again, price doing exactly what we needed it to do. Um, Euro CAD, I was expecting it to go down, but I wanted it to go into our 30-minute zone first and then go down. So we started off, right? I haven't looked at this since last night, but we started off yesterday, Asia session going into London downtrending, and then London going into now NYC, we started going up. So now that we got into the 4-hour zone and we got into our 30-minute zone, this is where I want to start seeing price for EuroCAD to potentially give us a pullback back into our 4-hour low and 30-minute low before we continue going up, right? But regardless, this was also the same trade as gold, right? The same workout. right? If we're looking at the the fib traders that use the fib from the low to the high, they're looking at a 50% retracement, which they got here, right? If you're looking at the flag post, right, the 38.2 to 50% retracement, they also got that, right, before going up. And then, you know, the breakout traders, change of character, higher high, higher low, retest to continue going up, right, straight into profit, straight into TP, right? So EuroCAD was perfect today as well. EuroCAD was perfect today as well. Um, Euro USD also was good today, right? Um, it did a nice type 1 pattern Friday. Stop punt, go into the low, continued, went down, broke out, went down. Pretty much did the same thing, right? Consolidated, went down. If we go down to a lower time frame, we'll see a little change of character in BOS to continue going up. Broke the high of the day, retested the high of the day, and continued to go up. Euro USD was a perfect trade today. How did I miss Euro USD? Why wasn't I looking at this? Huh, I was too focused on, oh, it's all good. I was focused on the other pairs breaking it down. Oh, whatever. Euro USD was perfect though. Damn, kind of upset. Euro USD would have had 3 nice entries today. Straight from the lows, this entry here, right? So 43 pips. Let's say, actually, let's break it down. Let's break it down. Literally, the exact same trade we took on Friday happened today. Literally, look at this shit. Right, look, like we're gonna break this down the same way we traded US 30 and gold live. We're gonna do a little back testing. Easy, yo, easy. Internal structure, right? I would have said the same thing. Oh, I don't really like this change of character, but it gave 3 pushes to the low, right? So then it did this, boom. Um, that's it. Long entry, broke above. This was the entry. Stop loss was, I would have put it below here, 6 pips. So now that we have our 1 minute entry, let me do this. Going back to the 30 minute, right? Because we don't know all that yet. So now I go back to the 30 minute. And the 30 minute, I start looking like, okay, we get these entries, we have these highs. This is a good high to look for. But we have these strong highs over here. So my TP number 1 would be here. Right, so TP 1's at 16 pips. Right, so boom. We're at the high of the day. Right, I saw this wick here. Boom. This is where I want to see a break and a retest of. I'm gonna change this to green so we know what we're looking for. Right, boom, dash line. Boom. Once we see that price started to continue going up, boom, we broke the high of the day. We go back to the 1 minute time frame. Right, the 1 minute time frame, I just want to see a break of structure. So boom, once we broke, right, we continue going up. I want to see a pullback. Right after a break, I want to see price come back down. So again, what are we looking for? Lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high. Right, again, let's draw our lines. Have this low broke. We're in the 1 minute BOS. Cool. Then we have this high that's set. Right, boom. Right. Once this low is set, what am I looking for? Literally just looking for the BOS. I'm not looking for anything else. And you could go as low as internal structure, but me personally, when it comes to the 1 minute time frame, when I'm looking at the continuation, I'm no longer looking at the internal structure. Right? I want to see kind of more external 1 minute push than the internal 1 minute push. Right? Because you could trade this the way you traded the first entry, which is okay, once you get into the zone, again, which is at the low, lower low, lower high, boom, this is the entry right here. Higher high, higher low, right? Again, the best way to put it, right? I'm looking at the zones to trade, right? Why would I be looking for a pullback here instead of a retest just of this high? It's just what's a better entry, right? So the first zone of interest that you would want to start looking to get in would be here, which is again just the engulfing green candle. It's the high, it's the retest of the break, right? Lower low, right? That made the push, right? So the entry would be here, right? Boom, this retest. Stop loss would be down here. Again, at 2 pips, yo. 2 pips. Right? Boom. Go back to the 30-minute once, because again, we don't know what's happening in the 30-minute time frame, right? At this point, we just know we had a breakout, we had the break and the retest, right? Boom. Once we got the retest, what are we looking for now? Right now it's 49 pips. Right, let's see what's 49 pips. Right, so now we look at 49 pips, which is our STP for the day. Right, so now we're like, okay, cool. Going back to the 1 minute time frame. Right, at this point, we got this entry. Right, let's do which entry do we do? We'll do this entry. It don't matter. We could do this entry, right? Look, as soon as we got this BOS right here. Right, the difference is a stop loss. Instead of it being 2 pips, you're doing 8 pips. But again, in the 1 minute time frame, I'm fine risking 8 pips. I'm fine risking, so it's not too crazy of a stop loss. Like 8 pip of a stop loss is not crazy. Obviously 2 pips would give you a better, a better stop loss. Like if you're risking $50, right? To put it in perspective, right? Like this is why I always love getting these picture perfect entries, right? Which is why you always see my first entries are always the picture perfect entries. My continuations are sometimes it could be, right? As I said here, it could be, right? It always could be. But the safest one for me to always trade in the 1 minute time frame when it's continuations is the break of structure, right? So we'll put this one, right? So two pips, 50. So if I'm risking 50 divided by the 2 pips, right? That's a $2. That's a $2.50 lot size, right? So and then the return, right? Where would be my TP, right? Is 20 pips, right? So let's do the math. Just this trade alone, this one and this one, right? Let's push this one up to STP, right? Because we would have held, the remainder. So this trade alone, right, 41 pips. Let's do the full thing. So this one was a 6 pip risk, right? So let's say we're doing 100 pip. Let's say we're risking $100, right, per trade. So $100 divided by 6.9, which let's do 7 pips. So 7 pips, right? That's a 1.42 lot size. So 1.42 times 41 pips, right? That's 582. That's $582. Right, so now in the 1 minute time frame, our 1 minute entry, which was a continuation straight to just STP, not doing anything more, anything less, just to STP. Right, let's do the same thing. Risking $100, divide that by 2.7, it was just 3 pips. Divide that by 3 pips. That's a $3.30 lot size. $3.30 times 20 pips. That's $660 right there. Right, that's 2 trades on Euro USD, the same trade, right? Just a continuation. Simple, literally simple. We literally just broke that down, right? Like, what more do you want? The complete move for the day. We caught the entire move just off of that one simple breakdown. That's why I'm pissed that I missed this, because this was actually such a simple trade, such a simple trade, right? So let's keep going. GJ. Alright, boom, perfect. GJ is doing what we expected a lot of these pairs to do. Let's see, did all of these move like that, or is that just GBP? Okay, so CHF same thing, right? Remember I said that. As soon as we get to this high, right, market here, that moved, should be here. Right, this is where we want to start seeing price turn around. Right, Euro CAD still chilling, Euro USD still good. So GJ, same thing. Right. For this 4 hour first point of interest, 4 hour zone for me is not that strong. I do believe price is still gonna go down to this 4 hour zone, right? But we'll see how price reacts, like I said. Expecting GU. Okay. Let's continue. So NZD USD, right? Nothing too crazy. Still in the middle of the zone, right? For the most part, these pairs that I moved or that I didn't really go over is because there wasn't really about market structure. It was just about where we're at in the zone, right? Like if we're in the middle of the zone, I don't care how good you look, I'm not taking a trade. These other trades we didn't take, it was either because STP was already hit, or it's looking good going into the pullback, right? For the overall move, like I said, US 30 for me going long is just a pullback right now for the price that eventually we would need to go down for. But understanding that we could capitalize on these pushes going up, like I just explained on Euro USD and how you guys saw that we did earlier in the morning with gold and US 30. That's why we were able to take those trades and capitalize on that. Um so US 30 is still going good. USD CAD, it was at the top of our zone, so again it was another pair that I'm not looking at. USD ZAR is another one that's in the middle of the zone. Right now it's in the bottom of the 4 hour zone and it's just consolidating there. Right, it failed to break the high of the day. It made new lows with the candle closures, but it never broke below the wick, the previous wick. So it's just testing the lows. So there was nothing on USD ZAR either. Um, Gold for us was the same as Euro CAD, I believe it was, right, with the flag post pattern. The EMAs, the Fibonacci, right, like those entries going long from here to here played out, right, and still here we're still would be looking for price to start turning around. But as you can see, price is still making higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows. It is slowing down, but it's still making those higher highs, right? And now in this gold, right, in this area, once we got the higher low and we were in our first point of interest, higher high, higher low, and you can see price is still trending up, right? So gold was another trade that, you know, if you didn't capitalize on these entries from here to here, that's another 40 pips, right? And then you do the stop loss, right? Your stop loss would be just 19 pips, 19 for 40. That's a good one too, 2 to 1, right? And then Bitcoin for me, I don't really trade Bitcoin, but it's moving, bro. It's moving. So that's pretty much it, guys. Our trades for today weren't bad. It's a good session. Great Monday. But it's already 10:30. I'm out. I'm done trading for the day. My office hours are closed. We'll see you guys tonight for the isolation session, and then tomorrow morning for another live trading. See you guys later.